Yo, 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 what's going on, folks? My name's Matthew, aka EZBOT, and we're back with another live stream. Today on the table, we have the Roland TR-1000, and accompanying it, we have the Teenage Engineering OPXY. And I just want to start off by saying that this is not a tutorial stream. This is a purely exploration, discussion, what can it do versus what I'm used to doing on my Electron boxes. This is kind of a me getting more familiar with this unit. I've been playing on this box. I'm still getting more familiar with my OPXY even, but I have learned enough to make plenty of patterns on the TR-1000. We're gonna be just kind of making them from scratch, something a little minimal, maybe something a little dubby, and kind of how would I approach the TR-1000 in general? What's my perspective on it from an Electron user's perspective? If you've been on my Patreon or been a part of Soundcheck, you've definitely heard me discuss the TR-1000 many times. I've brought it up in our weekly Soundcheck group a whole bunch, and I've shown it off many times there. But I have not brought it on stream. This is not a sponsored stream by either Teenage Engineering or Roland. Honestly, I have no relationship with either one of those brands. I've purchased up. I'm still sucking down my coffee to get some juice in this brain here. I purchased the TR-1000 myself with my own hard-earned cash, and same for the OPXY. And they're both really difficult machines to wrap your head around when you're coming from the Electron workflow, I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, this is not so much on the OPXY, but it is definitely gonna be used quite a bit here on the table to be sampled into the TR-1000, and also I have it set up with MIDI to sequence the OPXY from the TR-1000. Now, the other day, I want to address this because I did a stream the other day and I showed the TR-1000 during the stream and I said, I really like this thing, it sounds really great, but I haven't, I can't use it with my Electron stuff because my Electron stuff is the master clock and this is something to accompany my Electron gear. And we all know that there was really bad MIDI issues with the TR-1000 at that moment, and there was some other frustrating issues. Oh yeah, you had to copy kits from other projects. You had to use a USB card to do it and copy it from a USB card. So you had to save it to a USB card, then copy from USB card back into your projects. That's no longer a thing. You can now copy kits and the MIDI issue is solved. Although there is still a little hiccup at the very beginning of the pattern. There's a little bit of a MIDI issue when it's being slaved by, at least by Electron boxes. I haven't tried it with anything else. I mostly use Digitech, Digatone, Octatrack, and M8 Tracker for music production. So I haven't explored it beyond those units. I haven't even tried plugging the M8 into it yet. Okay, that's enough of an intro. Let's take a look at the TR-1000. So here it is. I mean, you got to admit, is my voice a little hot there? I look like I was maybe clipping y'all. You got to admit, this is just beautiful, right? Both of these units together is gorgeous. And I want to talk about a few cool ideas that I had already, and I did this with the Tonewerk, and I've done it with the OPXY. And to my own frustration, the two devices that work the best, well, the Octatrack would work for this too, actually. Octatrack would work pretty well for this, but the Octatrack isn't great for melodic stuff except for playing stuff you've recorded in melodically. Like, it's not a great synthesizer. It can synthesize stuff, but it's just not what it excels at. But devices that have multiple outputs that allow you to route things out multiple outputs, which is not what we're doing today. I just want to mention this and put this in your ear for something for you to try with your TR-1000 or other units that'll let you do these kind of processes. Stuff like the Teenage Engineering OPXY and stuff like the Tonewerk have a lot of cool routing abilities. So like you can route specific tracks out the OPXY out another output, and there's an input here, and say you had a summing mixer where the TR-1000 was going into that, and this was also going into that, but this output was also going into this. You could send certain tracks into the TR-1000 to be processed through the TR-1000 and also be ducked on the kick while also having stuff from the whatever device, today at OPXY, playing on top of that ducking kick, really making the pattern feel complete. Really like adding the ducking with something on top of the ducking that's maybe a little bit of light that's not being ducked, makes it seem like you're not just throwing sidechain ducking on your project, because we all use it so much in electronic music, but when it's like everything's going in the ducking bus, it feels like a little cheap sometimes. So you throw something on top of that and it feels really polished. You can pull that off with this combo and a little mixer. You can actually route this back in here and then take that output, and that would work too. So you really could just use the one unit. Now the ToneVerk also can do this, and I did try it out. I was doing some like dub techno stuff, and it was really fun. It was really cool. I'm still waiting for some updates to the ToneVerk before I really introduce it to my setup currently, because there's ways that I like to do things. But the ToneVerk with the TR-1000 is actually an excellent combo, much like the OPXY. And oddly enough, I'd say that this device is most comparable to the ToneVerk. So this is my little intro. Right now on the OPXY, I have like, it just set to like maximum distortion. I've got this little pattern going, because I want to make some minimal and dubby stuff, because that's what I like to make when it comes to like techno. And I bought the TR-1000. I bought the TR-1000 explicitly for techno production. OPXY again. I didn't buy it for any other reason. I didn't buy it to make electro. I didn't buy it to make drum and bass or industrial, even though it can. You know, it can do all these things, but I didn't buy it for those reasons. I bought it because I wanted to have a really hands-on Roland device. This is my first Roland drum machine that I've ever owned. Is by far, I've played on the Roland drum machines. The reason I haven't bought them, I worked at a synth shop. Trust me, I had my hands on every single drum machine. I've tried them all, and I absolutely hated the TR-8S. Not the sounds, it sounded awesome, but I did not like the workflow. And I didn't like the TR-6S workflow myself very much either, and that little, tiny one. And then they had another MC101, all of them. I just don't like any other workflows. The TR-1000 is the closest thing to a workflow that agrees with me. And I am very much in the Electron camp. I'm very much in the tracker camp. I just understand trackers. You put a tracker in front of me and I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna program this thing. It's gonna be a good time. Probably gonna make something I like. Might make something I've made before, similar type sounds over and over again. So it's the stuff I like to do. It's what I enjoy, and it sounds good when I do it. But the TR-1000 is the first one that I've like gotten my hands into a new workflow, new to everybody because it just came out, but it's taken a lot from Electron and also kept a lot of its stuff from Roland. Some of that stuff I don't like. The stuff it's taken from Electron, I do like. The way it's implemented those things, I don't know if I really like that, but some of it is okay. But the truth is, if I'm just going to use this as a techno box without criticizing it too much, I have a lot of positive things to say about it. And it's a lot of the same things everyone else has been saying about the unit. It's beautiful. It's a monster. It's got all the I/O I could ever want, and it sounds fantastic. I think I might have a... what drum do I have in here? The model is an RFM. So I've got an FM kick in here. On 4 on the floor. Sounds awesome. It's not a sample. That's so cool. I'm so happy to have these kind of sounds without having a sample. And I currently have it in this mode, and I think this is really great. But the mode that I have it in, if I hit another key and I hit it again, it just puts down what usually is the shift plus note, which will put in like a half velocity. I'm not sure what the value of it is, but it's kind of a lower velocity hit. Currently I have it set so when you hit it, you do that. This is called classic mode. I really like it. It speeds up the workflow. Here's some little minimal techno for you. This is a little pattern coming from the OPXY. Which has a great sound to it. There are some units that I've picked up, and this is going to be a mostly discussion stream today, as it usually is here on the EZBOT channel every Tuesday. The reason that I still have an OPXY is because it's so freaking beautiful, and it sounds so good through its speaker that I can't not have one. I look at them on the internet when people post videos and I go, I don't really like what you made. I mean, I don't hate their music or anything. I'm like, but I don't really care for the sounds that are coming out of the OPXY when people make finished productions most of the time. I'm like, I'd much prefer the sounds from my M8 tracker or my Electron stuff. But I can't stop looking at those videos anyway. Like I can't stop anyway because they did such a good job designing it, and it really is like it does everything, and it's so exploratory. There's not much coming on, like there's not much content on the TR-1000 out there yet, and I don't know why that is, but I think that a lot of people are just jamming and making techno tracks with it because they're apparently it's all over the techno scene already very quickly, probably without people really even knowing very much what they're doing with it. Just grabbed it, threw it out there, and just like 4 on the floor, let's go. Sounds awesome. Let me get back to it. So anyway, I wanted to explain that. I never, I don't really use this thing during my streams or in general. I don't know how to use it very well. Like I know how to use it well enough to make these sounds. I'm in this mode right now where I'm just like basically clipping every sound. Because I just wanted to make some like techno sounds. Okay. So what I'm trying to figure out is what is the workflow here? What exactly is the workflow on the TR-1000? And I do have an idea. I think that the way to approach this device so far is to like dial, and this is probably a no-brainer for most people, but I don't think it's the same workflow on like a dig attack. Like on the dig attack, you're not like dialing in your kick drum, you're finding a kick drum sample that you like and you just go, right? You like it, you can shape it a bit, but it's like, you're not doing too much. It's not like sound design tools like there is in the TR-1000. I think in the TR-1000, you design like what you would consider a flawless kit. And whether that's just be the OG 808 and the OG 909, sure. Why not? That's been considered a flawless kit forever. That could be your flawless kit. And you actually have that in this unit. That's really cool. 808, 909, if that's your thing, that's great. 808 is the quintessential minimal techno drum synthesizer, as far as I know, and that's what I read. And it's in here. The real deal. You know what I mean? You were spending $5K to get a used one on the market, and now you can get one in this along with a 909. Everybody knows that, but that's why you pick this thing up, because you get all that cool stuff. But it does a lot more than that. It really does. I'm really enjoying some of the features on here, but some of the stuff also drives me a little crazy. You can't copy notes, and that makes me a little cuckoo. Because if you're doing some like parameter locking on here, you can't copy the parameter lock. You can copy the pattern, you can copy the kit, you can copy the project, but as far as I know, you can't copy steps and paste a step. One thing I do want to point out that I don't know if anyone has seen, and I'm gonna load up like show you some stuff that I've been doing on here that might be different than what other folks have been doing on here, and why I'm doing that. But you can load synthesizers on here, not synth samples. You can load just regular synths on here. There's a whole oscillator section. They're ACB synthesizers, and which is what they made the Junos and the SH-101 remake models, or SH-01A or whatever, the JU-06A. That's what they use, the ACB models, and they have the sawtooths and the pulse waves, and they have all this stuff on there. And so what I did is, let's see if I have anything on here. Okay, it's just a high tom. So what I did is I made an instrument, and I do like this navigation. I know you can't really see it. I wonder if this cam does a better job of that. Oh, way worse job. Way worse job. The search system in here is pretty nice. So if I want to find the synth, I can go to the synth folder, which I made, and then just go to all, and here is like a low pass saw that I made. Let's see, wait, no, it's the high tom. This part's confusing. Like I want to like hit that button to make the sound, but I gotta do this, so let's go. And I don't know why it's not making any noise. Awesome. Is it because the decay is so low? Oh, there we go. Okay, so this is an instrument that I made on here. I took an oscillator and I used the low register version of the oscillator. This is a sawtooth wave. And then I assigned a bunch of knobs to make what would be useful for me. And I put it on one of the, the middle four, one of these, or the first half of the 8 tracks that you have, or sorry, the first half of the instrument. Just looks like half and half. It's not really, it's more tracks than that. I put it on one of these instruments that has the 6 knobs. Jeez. Anyway, what I attached to it was envelope depth, filter cutoff, resonance, tune, which is set to coarse tune, and I left the mix alone. All right, so if I mix it, it goes to silence. I was thinking about putting a higher register version of it so I could do both, which I think would be kind of cool. This is the decay. The decay adjusts both the decay of the amplitude and of the filter cutoff, because I wanted to see if I could turn this into like a groove box and just play with it, but then I quickly realized like I need to sample stuff in here if I want to do that route. So it should be adjusting, yeah, my resonance. Where'd it go? It sounds good. So if I want to program a little pattern in here, check this out. If you hold last and I select this track, now I can make this like a polymetric pattern. So I could set this to like 7, but the rest of my pattern isn't set to 7. Just this track is. So now I could put some like notes in if I want. Go to T record. So this is the way you could get into like techno land, and then we can adjust the tune. I want to go yes because I'm an octet or electron nerd. Oh wait, I gotta turn this on. Apparently I recorded the envelopes in there too. Oh wait, I'm adjusting the wrong thing. Cool, and now I can sidechain it, shift plus effects, and there's my sidechain depth. I can give it an effect if I want and go to the effects section. It's already got drive on it. That's probably the effect that I honestly want on it. That could be cool with the flanger. Now it's really quiet though. Go to the amplitude section. Here's without the OPXY's little weird noises in the background. So this is just TR-1000. And we're treating it like a groove box, right? So I'm making instruments on here. They're not hard to make. They are time consuming to make, but they're not hard to make. And the filter sounds pretty good. And I can record that, I believe. That's pretty cool. Let's go back to this hi-hat. Kind of want to boost its gain a little bit. Maybe give it a little bit of reverb. But I also want to, I think, edit the reverb. So I'm going here. We could sidechain the reverb. Yes. That's pretty cool. Sidechain on the reverb is nice. Maybe a little too much reverb send on there. I don't know how I feel about that clap, honestly. We should change that. I do like the sound of this kick drum. I don't mind the hi-hat so much, but I definitely want to change this hand clap. So I'm going to go Shift plus Gen, and now I can just scroll around and find hand claps. Go to Instrument Play, makes it easy for me to audition it. Where is it? Sheesh, it was too loud. That works for me. All right, let's go back to our hat. All right, back to step report. Give this a condition. Hey, come on. We'll make this play every 2 of 2. You can play every 2 of 2. I think maybe we go back. Wait, I'm turning there. Make this sidechain a little harder. I do like the effect on there. Phaser sounds pretty cool. So you can see that I've like started to get some momentum to a point where I can kind of like treat it like an Electron box, but it's, you know, obviously it's different, right? I happen to know where these things are in the menu, but obviously it's different. But I can do a lot of the same things. I can program and parameter lock like I can in Electron, but it's different. Because a lot of things are like percentages instead of like parameter locking an exact value. It's like an offset. And you have to choose between a limited range of what you program and those things that, or the knob assignments, and those knob assignments are macros. So you have to be clever. So there's a lot of limitations in that way. And that's something that makes it vastly different from the Electron realm for me, and something that I go through. I feel like whenever I get a new instrument that's a Groovebox, and this doesn't necessarily fall in the Groovebox category. I mean, the lead designer of the TR-1000 from Roland said themselves in their 3-hour-long video, this is not a Groovebox, this is a drum machine. And that's something that I think should be taken seriously. I think the lead designer is saying, we didn't put in the functionalities that you would expect from a Groovebox in this machine. We put all of our attention on rhythm generation and drum sounds and drum synthesis, and giving you compressors per track and all that kind of stuff. And I absolutely respect that, but it doesn't change the fact that it comes with a sampler in it that can sample quantized grooves, that it can be a Groovebox, that it has 8-bar patterns that you can work in, just like the new Electron boxes. So it's to me, it does have a lot of functionality that's kind of like makes you want to treat it like a Groovebox, despite it maybe not really being that. And so it's a struggle for me not to treat it like a Groovebox, because that's what I like to do. I love Grooveboxes. I often am turning my modular into a Groovebox, which is always, for me, often a mistake. I do think it's really cool. Oh, there's an echo on the side view? I think it's solved, right? I think the echo is solved on the side view. There was audio, there's a microphone in the camera. Side view's nice. I haven't had side view on the channel in a long time. Isn't it lovely? I meant the side view, but also the synthesizer is really lovely. So some stuff that I want to go over while I have people hanging out with me is, one, I wanted to point out how you step loop on a specific channel and only that one channel, because this is something that I immediately was going through the manual. How do I make a pattern less than, or an instrument's track length shorter than the pattern length, which is 16 steps by default? I was like, I don't want to work in that way, but I also don't want all of my tracks to do that too. And the trick is holding last and then selecting the instrument and then choosing the step length, and that will give you your polymetrics. So you can go in and go ham. Like, this thing can totally do techno crazy stuff, and it has a bunch of synthesizers in it that can do that too. The FM engines in it are great little FM engines, and they can get really nasty. You can do a lot of crazy noisy stuff with it, and then sidechain it, and it will give a huge reverb, stuff like that. You'll have a great time. It'll totally work. The other thing that I wanted to go over is how to build a synthesizer patch in here from scratch, not a drum patch. The drum patches is obvious. We already know we already know that that's what this does. I kind of wanted to explore some stuff that maybe we don't know that it can do. So I wanted to show you how to build a drum or a synth patch, and kind of like the one I have here, and go through a little bit of the knob assignment stuff and what that's like, and what does that mean to you from somebody who's coming from another workflow. Do you want to do this thing? You know, the footprint of this is the size of my entire Digitac Digatone Octrack combo and M8, because I can throw that right on top of there. It is the size of my entire thing in one box. So it's a pretty big commitment, I would say. I could probably zoom in a little bit, which might be helpful, because we don't need to see the OPXY. It's not the star of the show here today. It's just an accompaniment for me. It fit on the desk. Honestly, that's the truth, is that it fit on the desk, so I could use it for a sound tool to get some more like weird, distorted melodic sounds, because the OPXY is extremely good at distortion. It's actually really great for that. And that's been my go-to, is just like weird, random melodic lines that you kind of just program in and play with the weird stuff in it, the brain and whatnot, and then just distort it, and then you can sample that. I think that's a fun little workflow. But even this little pattern, this is too much. There we go. Now we're making minimal techno. I'll drive my TR-1000 to work. Okay, this clap. The weird stuff happening in the background, I don't really know if I like it. I want this sound to be like way tinier. I like that one, because it's stereo, but I want to shrink it. Hey. Is it? You think? Is it the... It is the hi-hat, okay. Let's go over to the hi-hat really quick and get back in here and kind of kill that, a little bit of that reverb. When you're doing like minimal and dub, big reverbs are important on your drums, but maybe we won't do it on this particular set of drums. Maybe we'll do it on one of these. That's sick. Let's sample that little sound. So this is running through the compressor on the OPXY and the filter, like the EQ on it, and also the distortion. It's a pretty dope sound. This has a great sampler, really easy to use, to be honest. We could just set this to manual. And I don't need it to be on pattern start, I'll just do manual. And then hit enter to start recording. Let's have a listen to it. First, let's edit and go to normalize. Because for whatever reason, the external in is unity gain, so it sounds the way you would expect it. And then when you sample it, oh, God damn it. When you sample it, it suddenly gets quiet. Look at that, it's, you know, clipped your ears off. That transient. Plunk, pluck, pluck. Pretty cool. All right. Oh wait, do I want to truncate? That should work, yeah. Hell yeah. All right, now we can save it. Go edit, write and assign, and now we can name it and do all sorts of cool stuff. So this is the sampling experience on here. If you can see that little screen, if you blow up your computer, blow up your television, which you should probably do. Category other, let's put it into category synth because I made a category for it. Category synth, name, enter. This is an interesting way to do things. Just use the, hey. Okay, so we're gonna call it O. P X okay Y blank, and then we call this, I don't know what we call it, just disc pluck. I got disc pluck right here. Disc pluck. We'll use a K. This almost looks like somebody from Electron made the name. All right, we'll assign it. Hey. Why won't you let me assign? Oh, duh. You know, it's not an enter function. You just turn the encoder. This is kind of cool. So it lets you assign it wherever. It's got the A and B sides for your assignment for your sample. I'm going to put it on... We could have it be on the other side of this one. If we wanted it, it could go back and forth. But maybe I'll put it on the CC or the RC. And then scroll down, hit execute, and now we can go here. Let's put a trigger down to have a listen to it. We can go into record play. Hey. Thought I assigned it. Did I put it here? Oh, I did. That's why. Okay. All right, we sampled. So here's the thing, like when you're sampling onto this machine, it wants you to go through this process tagging. It's kind of similar to tagging on the Electron boxes, but like you have to go through this process. Otherwise it just throws it in the other folder, which is fine. So you could just search the other folder. But if you tag it and add all this information, then you can recall it later and make it a part of a kit. Then you can save your kit. And then you can have this kit be a kit you use in multiple projects. So now we have this new sound. And now we can play with the filter and the amplifier and add effects to it and stuff like that. But we can also give it a trig condition so that it happens later in the game here. I don't want it to happen every single time. So we'll make it at least 2 of 2 for now and go shift plus effects, add some reverb to it. See how this sounds? Oh man, what did I do to on? Oh, I want it 1 of 2. It's also a little loud. Where's that sound? So we could go to this sound and we could like pitch it way down if we want. We could play with the rate to do that, I think. That's pretty cool. But you can use the coarse tune. This is really easy to bring down semitones. And if you want to bring it down further, you can use the rate. Get it down another octave. You can go down another octave by going down to 25%. Turn the filter on. You could change the filter. Turn the compressor on. I haven't played with the compressor yet, so I don't know what the knobs do on it yet. It's turned off. Now it's on. Ooh, okay. I just like having a compressor that's dope. Is the bass drum compressor on? We want long attack for that sucker. I don't like my hi-hat sound. We're gonna change that. Category, hi-hat. Ooh. It's up my alley. Now let's put a kick drum on side B on here. Right, so we're gonna go to side B, shift, gen, other, go up to kick drum or bass drum, and now we can play with these. Switch it over to here. EDM 909. So punchy. I don't know if these are samples or not. Actually, sounds like it fits the track. Nice. Need some more sounds though. Let's go see if we can add some reverb to this thing. Make it sound crazy. We're at the minimal techno BPM. I don't know how minimal it sounds with this crazy sound right here though. So now we can put an A or B drum. This is one of my favorite parts about this unit, is this, you can hold down A and put down A, or you can hold down B and put down Bs. And the red ones are A plus B. So they're gonna play the mix, but this will play one side or the other. It's super cool and very different. I do like this. You get like a really simple Maybe we go back here for a sec. Let me see. kill the sidechain for a second. Effects, hit enter, change the effect. Oops. Effect section. Oh, we just hit effect. That's what I need to do. Oh, ring mod might be nice for this. Yeah. What did I just do? There we go. Back to that 808. I said we killed the 808, honestly. Whatever it is. Shit. What was I doing? Hopefully it didn't save that. God damn it. I'm gonna do that. The 808, the 909, yeah. Ah, man, I liked the drum I had before. Oh, shoot. Doing it again. That sounds kind of cool. Where's the sound? It's here. You know what I kind of wish you could do on here is just like slow down the speed at which a track plays. That would be cool. Let's put one over here that's like... we need some knob assignments, I guess. Tune's already assigned. Let's change it from tune to course tune. Gen course. Nice. So now the tune will adjust it by semitones. Groovebox style, right? That's what we want. Maybe that's what we want. That's not always what you want. Let's get real. All right, let's find another knob to twist. Decay is assigned to the offset, which is not always very useful. Not gonna lie. Maybe the decay should be assigned to the reverb send. That could be pretty cool. Yeah. That's kind of cool. And then we'll do another one assigned to like the sidechain. That could be cool. Or maybe, okay, let's get real creative. Decay and sidechain assigned to the same knob, so you turn it up, it sends a bunch of reverb, but then it also maybe ducks the reverb? Let's see if we can do that. So we want the effects mix sidechain depth. Is that gonna be what I want? Maybe it's just the actual sidechain. I want the kit, or the gen, filter, amp, compressor, mix, mod. Nah, maybe we just do the mix sidechain duck. That's fine. That is pretty cool. Interesting results there. Actually sounded kind of good when it was just like... That sounds better though, so I kind of hate that. Cleared out. All right, let me show you how you make like an instrument, because right now we're just exploring this machine. You know, we're trying to make this, figure out all the nooks and crannies to make it do stuff very similar to what I would usually like to do on Electron. And I want to build an instrument. We did a sample. We sampled this, making that big crazy sound. I think it sounded pretty good. I think the unit itself is... I mean, this is running into my Octatrack, so it's getting a little dirtied up by that fact. I think it could sound even better if it wasn't. No shame on the Octatrack or anything, but that is what's happening. Yep. I do feel like I want to get just like a baseline. So let's go to track 4, or our high tom track, and let's make a synthesizer. We'll use a like a low pulse. How about that? And we'll go to the filter, and we'll turn the filter's already on. I guess I'm kind of just warping the one that we already had. Let's get the effects turned off. And I think we don't want to have any compressor on. Okay, it's not on. And what other stuff? Okay, good. All right, so we go back here, go to instrument play, and we're on 13, so where is it? This is kind of interesting where it spreads the stereo field. You can put an LFO on this and make this get like kind of like pseudo chorus without using your effects track. Actually wanted it to be the lower version. Because that is pretty, whoops. If you hold shift, it'll move in full increments, kind of like Electron, pretty useful. Okay, I think we want a different oscillator. The pulse is kind of weak because it needs to be modulated to be a nice tasty pulse. Virtual analog square. I think that one actually sounds pretty good. What? There we go. Cool. Then we'll do that. Where is it that I have it? Oh, it's in the gen. There you go, virtual analog square wave. I think we kind of just replaced the other one I had. So like the trick that I found for making like synth instruments on here is that you make one and then you replace the oscillator and change some stuff out, but you keep most of the settings and then you just save it as a new instrument, and then you can kind of just go through and make a bunch of new instruments, and you can kind of get your groovebox vibe on. Sounds pretty good to me. But there is something going on. Oh, it's because I did this. I want... Yeah. Just a classic bassy tone. This the right length again. You can kind of just record that in, I believe. TR record? No, instrument record. Yeah, that works. Let's quantize it. This 2 of 2. We can have this go up and be a higher note if we want. It should be in here. I'm under my tune. Oh, set to a percentage again. Okay, I want that to be set to something else. We gotta do the knob assignment. No assign. On tune, we'll assign gen course tune. That's fine. Sidechain it if we want. Change that sub if we want. Oops. I like this, like you can put it kind of just like off in the center. can always, like, you know, put things somewhere in stereo field to, I guess that's in the amplifier section. Or no, it's not. Is that in the gen section? Oh no, it's like literally in the mixer section. Put the hi-hats off on the left a little bit. We got a good one here, so we can do like 2 different sounds on the low tom. I feel like we want something like, maybe we do something here. Let me turn off all this distortion because it's just a different game. These are the sounds that, like, you're just like, that sounds like Teenage Engineering. Just like, I can get enough of it. Maybe some people can't get enough of it. I can. Same with that. I do like that. It's probably a sample though. Of course it is. We're out of tune. Do some cool stuff with that. Side chaining the incoming audio. Pretty sick that you can do that. You can do that on Electron too, though. Instrument play. Got some cool stuff. Let's take this thing out of the mix here. Drum is so weak on A. Oh, I'm on B. Damn it. This is the part that I keep screwing up. We could also try switching it up and putting like a chord down. There's a chord, like get into that dubby zone. Kind of shrink this one down. Let's see here. sounds really nice. How it sounds tuned down. Whoa. Let's put it back up and time stretch it. Yes. No, don't do that. That's pretty cool. I want like a comb filter. Yeah, a pitch delay will do. That's playing too often. We'll do 1 of 4. Let's edit the delay. God damn it. Make the delay an echo delay. Side mid? Alright. Cool. Yes. What the hell? Well, this is really cool. I'm not gonna lie, this is super cool. That reverb, make it real big. It's really big already. Maybe we need a different kind. Let me revisit the notes for this bass line. I don't know if there's a solo. I guess I don't need one. Yes. All right, check this out. I want to go to the Octatrack and do some stuff, but what I put on CC, that's what it is. I never use that effect. I don't really care for it. Should we have the morph be? Could just hit the instruments up. Stick. Frequency shifter. Okay. me a minute to get started, but honestly, this is honestly the furthest I've gotten with this machine, because I've been mostly just exploring it. Like, can it do this? This is just woo, beautiful. Yeah, this is definitely, I mean, this is definitely the furthest I've gotten with this, and I could copy the patterns and make variations and make fills and stuff and keep going with this. I feel like I'm in the mood to do that. And I guess what I've done with this previously, hold on, there's a little buzzing sound. I want to find it, eliminate it. Die buzzing sound. Where are you coming from? Are you coming from? Oh. Is it this? It was. It was the OPXY making the buzzing sound. Don't know why, but it stopped as soon as I touched the output. Okay, so here's what I've been doing with this machine. With this beautiful machine. What I've been doing with it mostly is just going through and finding all the functionality. Like, I've been like trying to make little patterns and be like, oh, this is cute, blah, blah, blah. But I haven't gotten as far as making this. Like, this to me sounds like music. And this does not sound like my Electron stuff. At all. Does not. This sounds, I don't know what this sounds really good though. I think the sound of the TR-1000 is off the chain. This thing sounds crazy. It's a lot more programming than like a lot more work to get it to sound how I want it to, but I really like where I ended up. But what I've been doing with it is just kind of like, can it do what Electron does? Twist knob. Can it do what Electron does? Twist knob. Find it. Okay, it can't. Oh, it can. Oh, it does it this way. It's different. It does the same thing, but it does it differently. Cool. And I've been going through that process for ever since I bought it. I've made like maybe 5 patterns on it, and 2 of them I've liked. This is the best, my favorite one so far, and fortunately it's been captured on YouTube, which is nice. But you also heard me getting to this spot, which wasn't nice, and it took me a long time. How long have we been streaming for? An hour and a half. That's, I mean, because I'm not fast enough at this thing, so it took me forever. Let me answer some chat and talk to the chat. First we groove. We sampled the OPXY. Got some use out of that thing for once. There's $2,000 I'll never get back. Because I'll never sell it, that's why. But too much money. All right, let's take a look at the chat. What's up? TR-1000 sounds great. Thank you. Opinions on hex drums. I don't have an opinion on the hex drum. What about a Roland Octatrack? I don't know what you mean by that. That sounds like something that ChatGPT would hallucinate. Voice sound is horrible feedback. Love it. Yeah, that's when I had the camera thing. Sorry about that. What's up? What's up, Danny Toba? What's up? Yukio Bauktop. What's going on, Bauktop? Everybody knows you right now because you're the person making TR-1000 videos with music that sounds good. So congratulations on that. Your stuff sounds great. Tactical MIDI analog rhythm because I can't afford this one yet. Okay. The analog rhythm and this one are roughly the same price. Honestly, they're like just about the same price. And the analog rhythm, to me, I could make a banger on the analog rhythm in seconds compared to how long it took me to do this. Albeit there's more features in the TR-1000. I love the pads on the analog rhythm. I'm a finger drummer. I love finger drumming. I think it's super sick. And it does melodic stuff really well. It does synthesis really well. I mean, it's just a techno absolute master class device. And if they added chopping to it, which they should, I don't know why they haven't, but if they added the chop machine from the Digitakt 2, even the grid machine over to, did they add the grid machine to the rhythm? No, I don't think they did. But if they added that over to the rhythm, it would be an amazing drum and bass machine, which it already is, but it'd be even better. I don't know. I think the analog rhythm is still very competitive with the TR-1000, and I think anyone who thinks otherwise is just mistaken, because it is. The Analog rhythm is absolutely fire. Wonder when normal people can buy one. I'm a normal person and I bought one. I don't make a ton of money. But I'm also crazy, I guess. I'm very frugal. Let's put it that way. I don't spend money on anything but music gear. When the setup costs more than your car, Marcus, you're not wrong, my friend. You're not wrong. This is ridiculous. Let's just look at this again. This is stupid. It's a silly thing. It's unnecessary. But it's beautiful. It's beautiful, and I enjoy it. And you know, I'm blessed to do it because all I do is music production stuff. But yeah, you're right. It is the size. It is the price. The size. It's the price of a car. It's crazy. We're approaching Villalobos territory. Don't even. Don't even. Wish Electron had step loop. It's my favorite fill technique. Oh yeah, step loop is really fun on here. What they're talking about. This is so cool. Let's try it on this track. Go into step loop. We haven't even used the morph slider. Get a kick in that one. It is really cool. And then you can also play with last and just kind of go. Yeah. And then step loop it. That's cool. .909 snare is so freaking awesome. I want to use the morph slider. That's so nice sounding. That's awesome. Could Electron drop a hold my beer moment with the rhythm? I sure wish they would. I love Electron. That's my favorite music gear that I own is Electron stuff. And I like the people that work at Electron. They're friends of mine. But I do wish that they would throw some updates out to some of the other gear. Because I love my other gear too. You know? Well, Electron was first inspired by Roland. Was Electron inspired by Roland? I thought Electron was inspired by, like, XOX style, like, tracker sequencer stuff. The workflow seems solid here. You think so? I think I'm kind of quick at it at this point. I've had it for a couple weeks. That's nice. I mean, I'm not struggling. I'm not struggling on the workflow. I'm just struggling to find the sounds that are my sounds. You know what I mean? Like I haven't figured that out yet. But I think the workflow the workflow is pretty solid. Like this is a good machine. I can buy 2 digiboxes and have enough left over for another decent machine for the same price. And I think that that's what you should do. Honestly. So the truth is that if somebody said, hey, I can buy a Digitakt 2 and a Digatone 2, or I can buy a Roland TR-1000, I'd be like, well, what's your goal? Is your goal to have Roland sounds? Then obviously you have, well, you can get samples. But I mean, obviously if you want to have Roland analog stuff and ACB engines and you like that particular sound, you want the TR-1000. But otherwise, I would say definitely get a Digitakt 2 and a Digatone 2 over one box. Because that's 16 tracks of sampling and slicing and 16-voice polyphonic synth that sounds like absolute bangers every time. I love those machines. So in my opinion, I would definitely do that. But if you already have those and you want the Roland sounds, this is the machine for you because the TR-8S is vomit and it looks like vomit to me. That's how I feel about it. The aesthetic of it just, I don't even want to look at it in my studio. That's how petty I am about my gear. Love your positive energy in your vids as I'm being super petty. Oh, you're talking about Bauktop, not me. Go figure. Those knobs are conic. Great. I don't know what that means. Zozilla. Yeah, dude, Overbridge is king. Absolutely. I'm curious how easy compares the TR-1000 to the DT2. Both seem great. Good question. The DT2 is strictly sampler. It does do some synthesis, and the synthesis it does, I think, is a lot better than the synthesis the TR-1000 does. The slicing that the Digitech does is better than the TR-1000. I'm glad the TR-1000 does it. As far as sampling goes, if we were just to go sampler battle, Digitech 2 versus TR-1000, Digitech 2 absolutely smokes the TR-1000. But I think the only battle you can have with the TR-1000 and an Electron box is the analog rhythm. That is the only thing that you can compare the two to. I mean, you can do all the comparison you want. Those are the only things that are they truly compete with each other. And they are both extremely unique. Way more sound design synthesis type stuff on the analog rhythm than there is on the TR-1000. TR-1000 is really about those classic Roland drums with some really nice extras. That's what I've figured out. Yeah, I've been waiting for someone to use a scatter effect on incoming audio when jamming on the drums. I don't like the scatter effect, but I don't know why it's the default. There's other effects. Oh, I blocked the screen. Scatter. Sideband filter. I haven't even played. I mean, I haven't even tried all these effects. There's so many. Transient 2, SD. I don't even know what that is. The isolator I thought was pretty cool. Here's a DJ looper, but the DJ looper is so short. Like what? Milliseconds? I don't want milliseconds. I want... That's kind of cool. This reminds me of the Octatrack stuff right here. I don't understand why it's not like... why the DJ looper doesn't offer you like quarter notes and eighth notes and 16th notes for looping. That doesn't seem very DJ to me. Let's see what the master flanger's like. That's sick. It's got steps. Yeah, that's cool. I love that. I'm playing with the wrong thing again. Okay. So now I can turn it up when I want. I want that echo to be synced to the clock. Oh, that's not it. Oh, here we go. There we go. Yes. Dope. Is there a mod on here? There is. Turn that off. I feel like this is definitely one of those instruments where you are just diving into every little nook and cranny and just like trying to find, I don't know, trying to find your sound in just a different way than I explore on Electron, because I already know where everything is. But there's insert effects on a per instrument basis. There's kind of an EQ on every instrument. There's a compressor on every instrument. Then there's a master compressor. Then there's master effects. Something else I really like is, let's see, is it in here? I'm trying to remember, is it in kit? Or here? Oh yeah, then you hit enter and go into mixer mode. Check this out. Mixer mode is really cool because say like we like bring all the volumes up and go like, maybe we want this snare to be a little quieter. We tune in, like we find our volumes on the faders, and then we have that adjust the actual volume. Enter. Cool. And now the faders at their max value equal what we just did. I love that. I love that. That's one of the coolest features in this thing. Pretty sick. Pretty freaking sick. It's not worth it for the basement dweller musician. I don't know about that. I mean, what about Eurorack? What's the argument? I mean, there's not really a good argument here. I don't think anybody has a good argument. There's no like, what's it worth? There's no, is it worth it type thing. I'd say like, if you get into Eurorack, like this is nothing. This is not even half of a 7U system. Pennies. People buy Eurorack modules, 500 bucks. 500 bucks every week. 500 bucks. Maybe even 1,000 every week. People that are really into Eurorack are just snagging modules. That money comes out of thin air. Straight up like exactly how a heroin addict lives. They could have no job and find heroin. It's the same thing with Eurorack. It just appears. So I feel like it's not crazy money if you keep it and you use it. It's not insane compared to a lot of other stuff that people buy all the time. And this sounds sick. That's what I think. A little loud. Turn that down. Sorry if I'm piquing everybody's ears. Eurorack is Eurocrack. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I mean. I just don't think there's like a very good argument. A humble peasant in the presence of a real legend. Oh, come on, dude. That's very kind of you. Femto, what's up? Funny thing is that the slow programming pace of the TR-1000 has taught me to be slower and more methodical at getting more out of my whole big setup, thanks to the experiences gained. Back top. That is such a good and insightful little nugget right there, because I do also feel that way as I play on it. So really well put and true. I think that's different than the Electron experiences. That this is like, you dive into your compressor, you sit and listen to the kick drum for 20 minutes, styling your compressor, and then you go in and try and find the effect that works, and then you go through all the kick drums you have, and you have a million kick drum machines, so they have different timbres that you can adjust each timbre, and then you have filters, and then you have EQs, and then you have effects on each instrument, and then you can save it as a kit or as an instrument and recall it later. And so I think that experience really is methodical. It is time-consuming, for sure, but it's time well spent, because I feel like you enjoy that. There's still a couple things that this is like struggling with, in my opinion. Not being able to copy notes totally sucks. Not being able to copy steps, not into that. Unless I'm missing that. Maybe I don't know how to say it. I wish that I could hear it. is French or something. Maybe you know, but I don't think you can copy steps as far as I can tell. And I think ChatGPT said that you can't. So I don't like that part, but otherwise I really like it. Then they added the ability to copy the kits, and that was one of my biggest complaints. The MIDI jitter thing still exists, but only for the first like 2 steps, and then it goes away. So that's pretty much solved. There still is silence in between loading kits. That's still a really big problem. Chank, who worked at Electron, sold his unit over that particular issue. I don't know. I'm not going to sell my unit over that. I think it sounds too good. So as much as I love Chank data line, and I do, because he's the person who inspired me to do all of this stuff, honestly, watching his YouTube videos was like, for me, it was like, oh my God, there's another way to make music other than playing my guitar and singing with a band. I was like, this stuff is really fun, and he inspired that. So his word is like valuable to me, but I don't agree on getting rid of the unit over that, because I think it could be addressed. And I also think there's ways to mitigate that if you're playing live with external effects. But also, I'm not playing the shows as big as data line, so maybe he feels differently. Maybe he's, maybe that just doesn't fly in the gigs that he plays versus the gigs that I play. The stuff I do is much more community oriented. And that's just a different vibe. You know what I mean? So I think if you're, I think that's something to keep in mind still. But otherwise, it's really great, and I really enjoy it. And I'm really glad it's here. And I was actually pretty nervous feeling to present it on stream, because I feel like I was kind of like still like, I know how to use it, but do I know how to use it well enough to make any music? And I do feel like this is like what we made today is good enough to where I'm not like embarrassed of the production that I made. I'm like, this sounds pretty cool. Like, I like this. I don't know what this is. It's not like dub. I don't know what genre this is. Someone could tell me, but I like what I made today on the TR-1000, and I think that's pretty important. And when I make something I like on a unit and it actually works out, and we're sequencing the OPXY, like we could turn that on too, like. Cool. I think some of the notes aren't necessarily in our key, but that's really cool. Just like the sending clock over to a fun little step sequencer, and just programming short little sequences like that with the synth engines you have on the OPXY and the effects and distortion and compressor that it has. It has a lot of stuff for sound design like that I haven't found on a lot of other units, so it can do some really cool stuff. It also can do like not your classic things, so I get frustrated with it at the same time, but the little combo's nice. It's simple feeling. What is this? This is clear all. You have to go shift and clear all. Oh, I'm still doing that, that's why. That's cool. Yes. Where's that sidechain at? Does that hi-hat suck? The hi-hat does suck. For this, I guess. Does the hi-hat suck or do I suck? Could very well be me. You know what I'm saying? That sounds nice. But can we... This is sick. Damn it, where is that? Turn it up. Why are you so quiet? This is super cool. I'm like, we're not doing techno at all. I don't know what we're doing, but I love it. I wish I had some more energy to add to that. What do we got? This low tom? Change the tune on that. Knob assign. Let's change this to, well, yeah, let's use chorus tune because it seems like it's saying key. Tone. Now I can hear that low tom. I think like panning would be a really good nom assignment. Where is it? Balance? Compressor balance? No. No sir. Pan, there we go. You never know what people are calling things these days. That's knob what? 3? Why'd I do that? Something stupid. What? doesn't sound like it's like in time. I need to change these. You can too, right? I don't know where. Probably in the kit, I imagine. Nice. Super sick. Oh, look, it's automatically switching instruments when I'm in instrument play. Or at least in general? Oh, it does. Oh my god, I didn't even notice that. That's so sick. Thank the Lord. That's so cool. What? Hell yeah. This is all just on one pattern still? It's crazy. Honestly, I'm kind of... This 2 hours of me hanging out with the TR-1000 and the OPXY is kind of got me in love a little bit. I'm having a lot of fun. This is really a lot of fun. I don't think it needs to be an OPXY. That doesn't matter. But I think a little external synth with a nice little sequencer that can do some fun sound that sounds good, paired with the TR-1000, that's a really fun combo. As you can see, I'm just like tweaking stuff, playing with stuff, only on the first variation so far. I haven't even made another variation. I'm on 16 steps. I don't think I've ever spent this long on just 16 steps of any sequencer that I own, ever. Like, I don't ever just sit in one bar. That's crazy. But I have been. I've been sitting in just one bar this whole time, just jamming, and playing with, you know, 1 of 2, 2 of 2 to make things seem a little bit longer and make things 2 bars, 4 bars long, or play every 2 or 4 bars, giving us the feeling of that length of, you know, that many bars to our pattern. But this is pretty wild. The sampling you saw was really easy. Chopping is super simple. I don't know how to use snapshots yet, and we haven't used morph. Try morph. So we want to morph edit. I don't like how you have to turn morph on. I don't think that needs to be turned on. Wait, how do I edit it? Okay. Decay's like not even connected to it. Let's try a different sound. What do the parameters do on this sound? Anything? Something. Offset decay, no assignment. We could have it adjust the filter. Put that on knob 3. God damn it. Are you kidding me? Knob 3. What have I done? This is the stuff that pisses me off. You guys can't see, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. There we go. Oh my god. I lose my mind there for a second. Alright, I'm just trying to do a knob assignment. You just bump a knob and suddenly you're assigning a different knob. It's just like, there's a billion knobs. Your fingers touch like 3 knobs at a time. That's definitely it's a silly complaint, but it's a real one. Oh my god, I don't mean to do that. Let me move it. Alright. Cut off. That works. that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, so now with morph, we'll morph this knob. Control 1. What did I do? Somehow I muted it by doing that? Get out of here. Play my trigger. Maybe it's just bringing in this too far up, too far left, right. Let's see. Whatever it's doing, it's... Don't do that. What did I assign it to for this particular one? Morph 1? RC? Oh, that's right. How do I just clear the morph? Honestly, I can't figure it out. I don't know what's going on with that. Cool. Well, I mean, I like it. I like the music, and I like the machine. Obviously, I don't know how to use Morph very well. That was the first time I even tried it, and it was a total fail. I don't understand why it was a fail. It should be just a, God, why can't I think? It should just be a relative offset, right? That's how it should function. It should just be doing offsets because it's a percentage, not a hard value. So it should have just offset my filter cutoff position, but maybe I targeted the wrong filter. Let me look. Control 1. So I need to go back to my knob assign. Control 1. Filter cutoff. maybe that problem is that I gave it, that the zone at which I allowed it to do filter cutoff is a bad thing. Let's see. Yeah. I think this might be why. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Is it morphing now? Is morph working now? It's doing something. Just stop the sequencer. Just give me the trigger. Okay. And now we give it, like, make it so high passes. Back to our instrument, which I can't play because I'm in this morph edit mode. Why is the value 0 again? Do I have to, like, hit enter? What is going on? Oh. Hey, look, it's working. Okay, so now it's gonna high pass it. What's the flashing morph? That's kind of cool, right? I wonder what combos are good here. 3? Oh, that's nice. Cool. Find some performance combos. That's a lot of fun. Let's sidechain that. Listen to the crunch of the OPXY. Yes, that's the compressor and the distortion. If you don't use the compressor and distortion, these synthesizers sound like they're made for babies. But this doesn't sound like it's made for babies. Fire. Fire, fire, fire. Love the external input right here next to the volume. So smart, so good. God, we're at 2 hours and 20 minutes. Jesus. I'm not even tired of this at all. How do you copy patterns? Can I just go Shift A or something? Forget. Copy variation. Yes. Right. From A to B. I can go to B. Right, now I can make B different. Right, so we can go like... I don't know. We didn't play with accents even. Jeez. So much more to do. What the hell? Oh my god. Okay, you know what I think I really like about this? I think this is the big takeaway here, is that this is 100% an instrument that I can get good at playing. Like a guitar, like a piano, like the Octatrack. I can get good at this instrument and move around and play, just like the reason why I love hardware electronic music. The reason why I love the Octatrack, especially the Octatrack. The Octatrack is still my favorite. Like, this doesn't beat an Octatrack for me, but the Octatrack is so fun because it's so hands-on. You build the scenes, you jump through, especially if you do like some of the crazy effects like I like to do on the Octatrack. I love building performance effects. And this, has performance effects. Nothing like the Octatrack. Octatrack plus this mega combo, there's no doubt. I think this is actually really sweet, the OPXY paired with the TR-1000. I think this is a pretty cool combo, but I think this sucker right here paired with this, that's pretty rad. But actually a Digatone would probably school this even more so. This is just cool because it has samples in it too that you can get and process through here. And it's got the great distortion compression stuff that it does. It does do it really well. I mean, it's 32-bit, I believe, so it's the dynamic range on the distortion and the compression is really tolerable, really good. High tolerance, and lots of headroom, so super cool. I'm thoroughly impressed and absolutely enjoyed this experience. I think it's really fun. Yeah. If you want to get one of these, this really helps out. But if you are interested in picking one of these up, there's an affiliate link in the YouTube description here. And it costs you nothing, but it does give me some cash. And this is all I do. So that puts food on the table. And I'd appreciate it. So if you end up picking up one of these, definitely do that. But this is fun. You could see that I was having a good time. You could see that by the time we were doing this for about 2.5 hours, by the time we got to the end section right now, I'm far better than I was 2 hours ago. Because now I know where things are a little better. My muscle memory is starting to kick in, starting to memorize things. I'm feeling very quick. Shift plus this, shift plus that, shift plus this. This is the stuff you got to get good at, is the shift plus combos. Some stuff is really weird though. There's some, I don't like it. It's got this like analog modular vibe to it sometimes where you parameter lock something, but if you parameter lock it, it's just like pulling an automation curve up to the top and everything but past it is in that automation curve. So you got to pull it up. You got to parameter lock the next one down so that it doesn't, stay at that top one. I don't like that particularly. That's a very old thinking, and whatever. It's a quality of life negative in my opinion. However, I'm still happy that I can parameter lock melodies in general because the stuff you're going to parameter lock in here, like the melodies and stuff you're going to do in here, they're going to be just wonky little weird bleep bloops or something, or they're going to be a sample that you're just parameter locking like I did and having it play over and over again. I think pairing it with something that really excels at melodic stuff, that's where it's at. But the idea that I have a compressor on a per track basis, the sidechain filter or the sidechain for the incoming audio, that's so sick. The control for the incoming audio being right in front of me. Morph knob I'm still getting familiar with. I'm not having the best luck with morph knob. Doesn't work like the Octatrack's crossfader, which is a piece of cake and incredibly fun. But it does work. We heard it. You can see that I'm just too inexperienced with morphing to really demonstrate it well. And whatever, I'll figure it out and I'll get better at it. It's clearly something that you just, once it clicks, it clicks. And it just hasn't clicked for me yet, but it's got a massive amount of features. And like, let's not forget about this guy right here, okay? It's in the thumbnail. It did a lot of work today. Let's give it a little bit of praise, I think. OPXY did pull some weight. And what's my favorite part about the OPXY pulling some weight? This thing is on a 25-hour battery. I've had it turned on. It's at like 90% battery still. It's been on for 6 hours. Just sitting here. Sounds great. It does have some decent synth engines. I think you really have to play with, like I said, with the distortions and the compressor and all that to like get it to a place. But, it's got a massive amount of features similar to the TR-1000 even. It's got all these different routing options, audio routing and stuff. So I don't want to hark on the OPXY because I often do because I bought it and I felt frustrated with it because of the way Teenage Engineering designs their things or the way they think musically. I feel like they're designers and they're not musician designers sometimes. This is the closest thing they've gotten to musician, like thinking like a musician, but I still think it misses the mark in a couple spots. However, it is really inspiring and I think it's a great pair with the TR-1000. I think you could go and have a really sick show with these two instruments, because you can get multi-samples on here and multi-sample your favorite, get a 303 and multi-sample it, and, you know, velocity layer could be high resonance distortion, a velocity layer could just be that soft 303. Like, you can do that on here, and you can randomize it, you can put it on a scale, or kind of with Maestro in there, which is also a weird thing, but it's cool, man. And I think it pulled its weight, so I do want to give a little, you know, little round of applause. OPXY doing stuff, not hating on it today. We are very happy with our TR-1000 OPXY combo, and I had a great time. 2.5 hours of a great time. I forgot I was even doing this stuff. So I hope people enjoyed this. I hope they enjoyed just, you know, seeing somebody just go through the paces and trying to get familiar with the unit. You know, I didn't come here as an expert. I do consider myself an expert in Electron. Even at M8 Tracker, I consider myself an expert. I know all the stuff. I know how to program the crap out of that. Not this one yet. And do I know how to program the OPXY? I am not an expert at the OPXY. I don't know if I ever will be. I think I get too frustrated with this workflow that it turns me off here and there. But I think as a synthesizer on batteries, where I don't have to have a million cables plugged in or any of that stuff, it's a really great companion to other instruments as a utility, kind of like the Octatrack. It's a utilitarian device. But I'd say the king of the whole situation here is the TR-1000. Is the TR-1000 dope? The answer is yes. The TR-1000 is absolutely fire. It's totally sick. Is it worth picking up? $2,700? I think so. I do. I think so. I think it's pretty dope. I think you'll buy it, and I think you'll never get rid of it. I think it'll be your go-to for house and techno drums. Straight up. Will I make dub techno on this thing, or paired with the Toneberg or something like that? Absolutely. Will this be on my streams like semi-regularly? Probably. This will probably be something that is sitting on the table, and it's just a part of my regular make music today, have fun, and make some tunes. Yeah, I think so. I think it earned that space. Will the OPXY? I don't know. Probably not. But it is really cool. It is really cool. There's just other things that are maybe better companions. I don't know yet, though. It pulled its weight, so I had a really good time, and I appreciate everybody hanging out. I know it's currently like 80 people hanging out in here watching me jam, and I just want to say thank you to all you guys for coming and hanging out, and also release the Epstein files. That's really great, and it's good to see that vote happened today. So that's really fun. So that happened. TR-1000 happened. Epstein file vote happened. We'll see if it actually, you know, falls through. But super sick. The combo of Epstein files plus TR-1000 OPXY is a pretty good day. Pretty good day, I'd say. Pretty net positive for me. But yeah, everybody, thank you for hanging out. If you like these kind of streams, you can visit patreon.com/EZBOT and sign up for the Patreon. You'll find a plethora of performance templates on the Electron Octatrack, and I just finished a new one yesterday. It's a very, very simple one. It's just a sampling performance template, and I'm going to give it away for free, just to everybody, because it's really simple. So it's going to be a free download for everybody, but it'll be on my Patreon. So Patreon for free. You don't have to pay for the Patreon, just go and sign up for free, and it'll be there if you want to pick it up. And basically all it is just every bank and every pattern is assigned a flex track and assigned their recording buffer correctly. And I think there's a few others. All the track levels are at 127. It's a really basic stuff, but essentially if you were to use that, it's a sampling template. If you want to sample really quickly, I made a template for you. So I'll have it up there this afternoon. Feel free to join the Patreon. Like I said, it's free, and that's a little free perk. I think it's the only free thing I've ever given away on the Patreon, so that'll be new for me. Otherwise, you can leave a comment here, say what you thought of the stream, what you think of the TR-1000, how do you feel about the OPXY, that kind of thing. Do you think the music sucked? That's fine. Share that if you want. If it makes you feel good. If you want to make me feel bad, go for it. But you can leave a comment. That'd be nice, and a like, and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you're interested in this kind of content. I do these live streams. I do them every single Tuesday around 12 to 1 o'clock, and we do them for 2 hours at minimum, pretty much every Tuesday, if not sometimes even 3, because that's what we're approaching today. And this is what we do. Come and hang out. It's community. There's a Discord. We got almost 4,000 members. Super cool, right? Super. I'm trying to say that too much, but it is really super cool. Come on, join the Discord. It's completely free. There's a lot of cool stuff in the Discord. A great community of Electron users, bunch of TR-1000 people in there. and OPXY users, the whole thing. There's just a great community to chat. And if you're interested in playing live shows, you should visit my other website, modbang.com, where I sell the cool LED MIDI cables like this. These things light up when they're plugged in, and only when they're plugged into your output or through channel. And so you can pick them up from my store, but you can also find the section for signing up for shows. So if you go to the About Me or Contact Me section, you can email the moderators for local Modbangs, and there's several of them. There's one in Tennessee, there's one in Ohio, there's one in Portland, there's one in Seattle, and I'm working with somebody about getting a Modbang in Chicago. And I would love to get Modbangs in Europe if I can. So I'm working to get live hardware electronic music across the nation. I call them like fast travels for musicians. If you play one Modbang, you can play another Modbang. So say you're from Portland, but you're going to Ohio for whatever reason, there might be a show for you to play. You might be able to jump on a bill. So maybe you could bring a couple pieces of gear and play a show. So anyway, it's really cool, and I'm working hard on building a larger community for live hardware electronic music, no computers, just for us people who love these sequencers and hardware stuff. That's at modbang.com. Check it out. And I love you all. You're wonderful, and I appreciate you. Thanks for coming and hanging out during the stream. And I'll see you next Tuesday. Actually, I'm wrong. I'll see you later this week. We're doing another stream. We're doing another stream on a modular stream. So we're going to do some modular. We're going to play with the Dig Attack. I'll be seeing you in a couple days for another one of these. My name's Matthew, aka EZBOT. I'll catch you later.